Good News Show with Marc Clarke, live from the Root Ranch Media Studios in Baltimore. It's time for What's Poppin', where we talk about trending topics in pop culture. And since it's the holiday show, we'll focus on holiday stuff. Now, welcome my amazing guests. We have media personality Nori, comedian Larry Lancaster, from Greenmount Loan, Aaron Lifson, right over there, and media personality, the Queen, April Watts. Now, since it is the holiday season, we're going to start with the question that everybody has. Pumpkin pie versus sweet potato pie. Let's start with our comedian, Larry Lancaster.
I say bean pie, right? No, but if I have to choose, I would say sweet potato pie, 'cause that's what I grew up.
Okay, Aaron.
There's nothing better than a little scoop of vanilla ice cream with my pumpkin pie. I'm gonna have to go pumpkin pie.
Now, survey said we knew Aaron.
I'm glad you said it.
Nori.
I am a sweet potato pie girl. I'm from the South, but I like a little sweet potato. I like a little pumpkin pie made like a sweet potato pie. That works for me.
Now, April, I'm curious because I could think you can go either way.
Pumpkin spice in my lattes, but when it comes to the pie, it has to be sweet potato. My mom's people are from the South too, so let's go.
This is the kind of information you're going to get on this show. This is what we're doing. Okay, now, so this is something that I thought about. You know, with the holiday season coming up, I've got 2 in college, 1 in med school, so I don't have the funds, but we can all dream. So I'm going to ask you guys, what is on your Christmas list? I call it your luxurious, unrealistic Christmas list, like something that you really, really want, probably ain't gonna get, but if money wasn't a thing, you would buy. Now, Aaron, you're in the loan business, the jewelry business. I'm curious, what's something on your list that, you know?
A 56-foot Spencer sport fish boat.
See?
Oh.
Come on now. I don't even know what that is. I love it.
It sounds
It's a real big boat that burns a lot of diesel fuel, man.
Okay.
And if that was just whatever you want, that'd probably be what I would get.
All right, listen. Okay, well, Nori?
I would get a penthouse.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I would buy myself a luxurious condo, overlooking the city, elevator to the top type lifestyle.
Moving on up style.
Like it. Yes.
I'm curious. Now, Larry, I'm curious about Larry and April because
Every Christmas I bring out the Quran because I don't buy anybody anything, and I claim to be a Muslim.
Muslim for Christmas?
Wow.
Or Jehovah's Witness. Take the pick.
Wow.
No, really, honestly, I really don't celebrate the holidays. So, but I do enjoy watching other people enjoy them, if that makes some sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't.
Okay, now Larry, but I'm curious though, because you dress nice, you smell good.
Thank you.
Give us, let's say, don't make it a gift. Let's say something that you enjoy. Maybe you can't afford to buy, but something that would be on your list if you got billions of dollars.
Probably a Panamera.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
That's a Porsche.
It's like a Porsche.
Oh, wow.
It's not like it is.
Oh.
It's a Porsche. Excuse me.
Don't disrespect my grandpa.
It's a Porsche.
Don't be saying, oh, that's like a Porsche.
It's Porsche-like.
Don't do me like
So, April, look, I'm curious now. I'm
Okay.
sitting, yes, what is it?
I'm a Taurus, so I love stuff. I love beauty, I love art, I love fashion, I love food. But I've been to experiences lately. So if I could have anything for Christmas, just cost was not a factor, it would be Christmas in Dubai with all the bells and whistles. All the bells and
Christmas in
I
Dubai.
wonder what that would be nice.
See, I knew it. I knew yes, that's what and that's that travel show's on the way too, right?
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
So for me, I'm pretty basic. I've never had a really nice car. I think I like the new BMW SUV, you know, that, and then also the Rolex. What's the one? The green. It's the.
They call it the Hulk.
There we go. The Hulk.
Fancy.
And so if anybody's thinking about it, I need that Hulk.
Matches your
Matches
jacket.
the
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
That jacket is air freshener green right
The little Christmas tree.
That's a different type of green.
So let's flip it and go the opposite way. What is your practical gift on the list? I'll start with myself. I love soap, underwear, socks, and ties. I'm a dad's dream. I like
Father's Day.
every Christmas, my kids usually give me, I like to smell good. I can't afford expensive cologne, so if they can do that, fine. But yeah, some socks and underwear, I'm good. Aaron?
Mark, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. I recently found these Lululemon boxer shorts, and they're awfully nice. They're a little on the expensive end, so to ask for them for a present's nice, but I think I'm gonna have to go with socks and boxers, man.
Okay, I like
Myself.
that. Nori.
Well, I'm getting into sneaker culture.
Oh.
So for me, it is getting into all of the Jordans. Growing up, I would buy them for my little cousins, for my family members, and I'm just as an adult starting to get into owning Jordans.
I actually
So-
do too.
I've never owned a pair of Jordans in my life.
I'm telling you, it makes you feel good about yourself.
I own some Montel Jordans, but that's all I have.
Some Montel Jordans.
Working in radio, I got a few pairs.
That's how we do it.
Larry?
I would say tires from a tire place.
Yes, amen.
Because
That's
you know
right.
Yes.
when you don't have unlimited funds, I go to the little back alley use
Yes.
tire places. You know, with a guy like eating a sandwich and he got oil all in his fingers. I just want to know if Mr. Tire into
Yes.
I can go to a counter and buy some tires.
Some people can't relate. I can.
You can't.
If your tire place has an African
Yeah.
king in there,
Yeah.
you've been there.
And you don't get four. You just get, whichever ones is bald, replace them.
April.
Okay, so I truly don't believe in practical gifts. I think you should
Oh.
give people gifts that they would never get themselves. And I want gifts that I would never get myself. So I really can't think of a practical gift.
Wow.
So I'll just say I would want a Jeep Wrangler.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow,
So I'm
April.
hard top, so I can take the doors off, the top off, and let the wind hit my little bald head with my little booty shorts and my combat boots.
Okay.
Aviator glasses. I got
see
the
it,
vision.
Reggie.
I see that, but
got
I'm
the
just saying.
vision.
We're doing socks, she's doing a Jeep.
Right.
It's still practical, right?
Well, guys, give it up. My first panel on the Good News Show. You guys did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you for having
And
us.
again, more good news coming up. Alicia Kirkpatrick founded a business in Baltimore, and she wanted to create a line of hair care products that not only enhanced beauty, but was also healthy. She joins us now on the Good News Show. Alicia, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Thank you. How are you, Mark?
I'm perfect. So tell us why you created this line.
When my oldest daughter had went to college in 2014, she had plenty of friends and stuff on campus, and I seen a lot of her classmates. They came into natural hair from relaxed hair, and that's because they wasn't home to get the home hair care that they needed. So when we did talk about it and everything, I was already a licensed cosmetologist. So I had decided to open up my own hair care line so I can help the young ladies to have at-home hair care.
Perfect. I have 3 daughters, so I know about the her.
Yes.
I know about the her. So
Yes.
also, in honor of, CJ Walker, you have an affiliate program, right? So people can actually make money and also buy your products, right?
Yes, so I was inspired by Madam C.J. Walker when I had watched her and followed her stories throughout this over time. I have seen that she has helped other women to have home hair care and help other ladies. And I have also some college students now, since my oldest daughter had went to college, graduated from college, and I had my youngest daughter get ready to come out of college. They are able to spread the word on hair care and keeping up with your hair. And so now they can make money. They can make 15% off of each sale that they get through their own created link. So once they go into my website, they are able to become a partner, and then they'll have their own link, and they can build their own empire off of my own.
I love it. I want to shout out to my daughter Spencer, who's at Clarke, Atlanta. She needs to
Yes.
hop in on this,
Yes,
okay?
she can.
I love
Yes,
it.
she
So
can.
tell us about your kitty line.
So I had just launched my kitty line, and it is inspired by my 2 grandchildren.
What?
Trinity and Tristan, yes. They are 3 years old now, and I now have the hair care line with the shampoo, the conditioner, the hair grease that we all know about, the hair grease, and I also have the curl custard for the coils and the curls. So I'm very happy about that.
I love you said hair grease. That's right. We're
Yes.
going back old school, some hair
Yes,
grease.
the hair
Okay, so now how can people go, how can they order it right now?
Right now, they can order it at www.jamshaircare.com, and they get a one-time code.
Okay.
That's going to be 20% off if they put in Mark 24.
Mark 24. 24. Okay, I like that. M-A-R-C or M-A-R-K? Or does it matter?
MARC.
Okay, MARC 24.
Yes.
Got you.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much again. Go to the website, take advantage of that sale, and take advantage of your code. Thank you for joining us on Good News.
Thank you for having me.
Since 1987, Green Mountain Loan and Jewelry has been in the community offering a variety of quality items. And today I'm joined by owner Aaron Lipson for a feature we call How Much Is That Rollie in the Window?
Love it, Mark.
And so we're going to focus on some of the luxury items, Aaron, but also just talk about the services you provide. So as we see, we have a truck full of rollies right here. The truck full of rollies. And I think, I always am obsessed when I come in because I always want to get one from you. And so hopefully you will give me that black one in the front right there.
Absolutely.
And so, during this time of year, do you see more of these items coming in?
We do. Right now, we are swimming in rollies. We have a ton of Breitlings, a ton of Rolexes, very, very stocked up right now on high-end watches for the holidays.
And so, I wanted to focus on the high-end stuff first. So we're talking about the watches, your jewelry. You have actually a jeweler on premises, so you can get things
Absolutely.
adjusted, you can get things fixed.
100%.
Now, on the flip side, this is also the time where sometimes people need to trade that rollie in to get some Christmas gifts.
And they're going to get more Christmas gifts and more cash at Green Mountain Loan than anywhere else.
And you guys have been around since 1987. You
It's
were a
been a
young
while.
pup when you started there
Yes,
with your
sir.
dad, right?
6 years old.
And so a lot of times I think some people are concerned if they pawn something, they may not get it back. But the deal is you do get it back, right?
Yeah, it's still your stuff. If you get a little jammed up and you need some cash at the end of the month, we're there to help you out.
I love you. So can people go online?
Absolutely. You can check us out at greenmountloan.com on the web or Facebook, Green Mountain Loan and Jewelry Company.
Thanks for joining us, my friend. Can I get that black Rolex? Come on, man.
Absolutely, it's yours.
My next guest is the president of the United Minority Business Coalition, C.E. Jones. CJ, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Thank you, Mark.
You give me good news just having you here, my friend.
Hey, good news is we hear enough bad news. We need good news. You know what I mean?
So tell us about the organization.
The UMBC, United Minority Business Coalition. We mentor big business with small business. We'll come in your business, see what you're doing wrong, why you're not making money. We also give consultations on the BOI, the Business Owner Information Report that every LLC has to file by the last week of December. If you do not, it's $5.95 per day. The government will charge you up to $100,000.
So your organization is exactly why I wanted to do this show. I call you the guru of information. And so for those who are listening, if you have a business, if you know somebody that has a business, if you want to have a business, become a member because CJ, how long have you been in the finance tax / business?
50 years.
50 years of information. And so just last week, we learned something that's available that really you know about, but not everybody knows about. So, we talk about the BOI. A lot of people are frightened because if they don't get the paper in by the end of the year, they'll be penalized. So a lot of people, I've heard people say, I'm not going to open a business. No, open a business, but just get proper people. So that's what your organization does. It does that, but not also for small businesses, but for the big businesses too. So if a guy say, I've been in business for 20 years, CJ, what can your organization offer me? What would you say to them?
I would say we'll come in and we'll critique your business, see where you're strong, see where you're weak. We have professionals with over 30 years experience.
If people want to check it out, where do they go?
Yeah, you're going to go to UnitedMinorityBusinessCoalition.com or you can dial 410-399-1433. Any tax issues, you've got tax liens, we can most definitely help.
C.E. Jones, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
On Good News.
Thank you.
And it's a Good News Show with Marc Clarke, and I'm with the mogul, the sister that bought the block, Dr. Vanya Pettigrew. We're blocks away from your beautiful studio in Canton. And so, how does it feel?
It feels incredible, Mark. One, it feels incredible to be out here with you and on the show. This is my view every day, literally from my office window. And literally, I think at some point throughout the day, I pinch myself because I truly cannot believe that this is my reality.
And when I came to visit you, Vanya, I actually did a package that I did on my phone. And I was like, blocks away from where the first Africans came to the shores of Baltimore. There's a studio owned by an African-American woman who bought this block. And that person is you. And I think we're standing on the shoulders of so many great people. And again, I'm just, as you know, when I visited you, I got emotional.
Yeah.
And even just now, when you look around on, your studio is where I do my show.
Right.
Right here.
Right here.
So many people sacrifice for this moment, and so if you watch social media, you get awards every week.
It does seem that
So
way
I'm gonna
these
say,
days.
I want to give you your flowers, but you got too many
Thank
flowers.
you.
You don't have any flowers. You don't have any vases left.
I'm not a bassist, so yes, if you're a bass maker.
But you know what's funny, Vanya? We talked about this. You've actually received awards, and for your achievement. And most of the time, you're the youngest person in the room.
It's so true.
You got a lot of life to live.
Yeah, yeah.
And so talk to us about that. I mean, a little girl from South Carolina, and now you're sitting in your studio. Tell us that origin story, because I don't think a lot of people know the real origin story.
Sure. So Root Ranch is actually named after my family's land and property in small town called Pineville, South Carolina. So little, has no actual street like traffic light. There's a blinking schoolhouse light, and once you pass that, you've gone into the next town.
Wow.
But yeah, so that's where my family is from, and I was born and raised in Philadelphia, North Philadelphia. But again, to see where life has taken me and where this has evolved, it's something interesting about being a relatively young person, but also to be a history maker. You know what I mean? And so I am oftentimes in the rooms with founders and legends that have started other businesses or entities in the media space. I mean, think about like the Afro, 130 years, family-owned, black-owned, longest-running black-owned print publication, and to be in that circle, and then to know that we work with young people, so we're raising up that next generation as well of media makers. So it's something truly special.
And it's funny, I was at your place the other day, and I was talking, and I got emotional.
Yeah.
It snuck up on me.
Yeah.
And see, it's happening again.
Are you really?
Are you okay, Mark? No, but as people know, I've been doing this a long time. I've been in media for over 30 years.
Yeah.
And to have my own media company and have it being filmed at your studio,
Yes.
I think that coming together is so special. And when I got emotional, I was talking about my grandfather,
That's right.
who was a printer in Springfield, Illinois.
Yes.
And you start thinking about all those people that came before us and how proud they would be of what
Yes.
you're doing, what we're doing.
Yes.
And it's just so amazing. And so let's talk about the future. I mean, one thing I want to focus on too is you also, in addition to the media studio, also serves the kids, the young
Yes.
people. You're in the school system,
Yes.
not only in Baltimore, but in Baltimore County. Talk to us about that.
Yeah. So we currently have over 40 media arts instructors that are covering the gamut from film, photography, media arts, podcasting, and we go into the schools, and we're in those schools. Many of our schools are the schools that have not been renovated or converted into the 21st century media tech, buildings. But because we own all of our own equipment, we're able to come into these spaces and convert classrooms or any kind of room for that matter into state of the art, of the age, media hub. And so while I say I bought the block and bought the building, bought the block, and we've created this media hub, part of our mission is to now take our block and pull up to your block and create these mini media hubs on site at various schools in those neighborhoods and communities that may not have access to that resource or level of technology.
And lastly, I love the fact that you're open to partnership.
Yes.
Like I mentioned, I have a media company.
Yes.
You have a media company. I was trained by your media company to be an instructor.
Yeah.
I think that's so important.
Yeah.
We can put our egos aside.
That's right.
I'm Marc Clarke. I'm blah, 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 blah.
Right.
I was right in your class.
Yeah.
And I think that's what has to happen for us to grow, right?
And I mean, it's been such an incredible experience to see so many recognized legends and faces like a Marc Clarke and some of the others that have come through the door that we know from on the air, on radio and television and in print, and even trending currently on social media. They're coming to the building, they're coming to our media hub, and we are partnering up, and we are creating a space and opportunity for us to not only collaborate but to scale and grow collectively together. And it's like beyond exciting, because I think I said at least once a week, but we are in a situation where we literally can write our own ticket, and that is empowering, and that is what freedom really looks and feels like.
Well, look, you bought the block. Let's walk the block.
Let's walk the block.
Find your pedigree. I'm Marc Clarke. My guest today is Alex Smith. Alex, how you doing?
I'm doing swell, man. Thanks for having me.
It's always great to see you. So tell us about your business.
Well, I'm the owner of Division Street Outdoor Contracting. We're a full-service landscape contracting company that hires people in the community with various employment.
Tell us your backstory. You have an interesting backstory that started when you were a kid, but then developed as you got older.
Well, as a kid, I always loved nature and, outdoors. My grandmother had plants, so I was always that nerdy kid, but I really, but it really wasn't fostered and really wasn't developed. So I ended up, like a lot of people from Baltimore City, in the criminal justice system. Served 15 years of a 30-year sentence. But while I was away, I created a horticulture program. And I came home and, after a couple bumps and bruises, I got back into the field that I've grown and loved.
And I love the fact that you not only do the field that you love, you create opportunities for others. Tell us about that.
Well, so a lot of the things that I do is just really, it's just game from the OGs. Like one of my favorite songs is from a group called Mobb Deep, and the guy Havoc says, when you get on, you put on your people, and so this is part of how you're supposed to operate.
I thought you were going to say Shook Ones, but okay.
Oh, yeah.
I love the fact that you like plants. Your grandmother planted the seed, no pun intended, and then horticulture, because I know, that's kind of different. Like, you don't think horticulture ever.
Yeah. Well, part of what I fell in love with was, like, man, besides the plants, I've always had this thing where I loved animals and fish tanks and all that. Right? My basement looks like Petco. So I've always been in love with this kind of stuff, and then I just took it and broadened it to outdoor spaces.
Again, do you look like somebody who like plants? Maybe not.
Yeah.
But you know what? I love the fact that you're passing that on,
Yeah, well, strangely enough, that's what I thought. But then as I'm going out into the community, man, I find out that people who love plants, people who love trees, like they come from all shapes, sizes, colors, and nationalities. Like this stuff really connects us.
I love it. So how can people reach you?
So they can reach me at divisionstreetoutdoorcontracting.com or DSOcontracting.com.
Well, Alex, always great seeing you. I love what you're doing.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for tuning in. I am Marc Clarke, and this is my man, Matthew Featherstone. Matthew, great seeing you.
Nice seeing you as
I've
well.
known this young man forever, so when I say Featherstone, I think music. That was the old you, though, right?
It is. It's still a
still
little
there?
bit me too. It's different parts.
Well, now we're talking about hiatus cheesecake, and this is amazing. The hiatus cheesecake. Look at the variety. Look, let's start at the beginning. Where did this start? Like I said, I know your family. You come from a family of musicians. Mm-hmm. That's a big part of your family, including your father and your mom.
Yep.
How did you end up on the cheesecake spectrum?
So my mom actually used to bake bread like almost every day.
Okay.
I would be in the kitchen with her baking, and one day one of my cousins came in with a cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. I tried it and became obsessed from that point. Started making cheesecake for family, friends, and events, and eventually ended up in the restaurant industry. I was bartending for some time.
I love it. So I had cheesecake and I just started eating it. You deconstructed it and made your own.
Oh man, yeah, I was everything about cheesecake. I'm just obsessed with it. It's still my favorite dessert.
And so now look, this passion has turned into a real business. Mm-hmm. You're in multiple stores. And look at this variety. You want to start with, tell us about all the different varieties of cheesecake you offer.
Okay, cool. So I have, I'll start here with our vanilla bean. This is our classic flavor. Another popular one is the sweet potato. It's a vanilla bean cheesecake layered with a sweet potato pie topped with a Swiss buttercream. We go over to the caramel carrot cake. You have a carrot cake base. A carrot cake cheesecake is drizzled or covered in salted bourbon caramel,
nice.
And then topped with walnuts. Strawberry Crunch is pretty self-explanatory. Strawberry Bliss is a vanilla bean cheesecake. It has a thin layer of ginger cream cheese frosting. We got strawberry jam on top. You got Swiss buttercream piped on the outside.
Man.
You got a Oreo cheesecake here. Triple Love brownie, cheesecake, chocolate chip cookie, all in one. And then the red velvet cake, vanilla bean cheesecake, red velvet cheesecake, ginger cream cheese frosting.
This man is a master. I'm telling you, as a fat dude, I'm telling you, you're killing me. You're killing me. And again, I love the fact that, this is something you're passionate about. And the name hiatus, Interesting. How did that name come about?
So hiatus actually represents a temporary break from your diet. It's also become a temporary break from anything, really. And we actually encourage portion control. That's why the cakes are smaller, so you don't overindulge. Hopefully your hiatus doesn't turn into like a whole trip or journey or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's where the name comes from.
This is my plate here?
There you go.
And so talk to us about how you took your, one passion and then added this. And so you say you still do a little music, but I think a lot of people have passions, and I think, they don't know how to turn it into real money. Talk to us about that journey.
Yeah, so once I was in the restaurant, after a while being in the restaurant industry, I've randomly made a cheesecake and took it to this restaurant I was bartending at. The owner and executive chef was so impressed they convinced me to go into business. It was Grace's down in National Harbor. From there, I grew into 10 other restaurants that turned into me being vendor of Cisco. I was in 40 restaurants pre-pandemic. Pandemic hit, I had to make some pivots because all the restaurants were closed. So I pivoted into retail. That's when we launched into Whole Foods. We also pivoted to hospital cafes. We started selling Asana Hospital, University of Maryland Medical Center. And from there, it started to grow. We won Kroger's Go Fresh and Local Business Accelerator back in 2023.
I love it.
We also recently launched into the Baltimore Convention Center, Camden Yards, Capital One Arena.
Amazing.
DC Hilton. Really, we've been doing a lot of growth this year.
I mean, that first cheesecake must have been amazing. So you had the formula right. And now it's turned into all of this. So exciting. What's your ultimate dream? Because again, you're in the stores. You got the momentum. What's your ultimate dream for hiatus?
Well, hiatus would definitely want to take the Baltimore brand idea and spread it across the entire country. Like there are other brands that's been here in Baltimore that's done that, such as Phillips. So now we'll be known for cheesecake as we work on spreading across the country. Kroger does want to take us into about 1,200 stores, and we're in the process of building that supply chain to see what that looks like. So that's the point.
I love it. What's some advice for people? Again, what I love about Marketplace is we have a lot of people who these all started out as dreams, and now it's reality. What do you say to the person who's watching right now and say, I want to be a part of Marketplace next year. I have a dream. I have an idea.
Most important thing is to just start, because what happens is if you just start down the path and continue down the path, eventually you're going to have to follow through, and one foot in front of the other gets you to the finish line.
I love it.
And as long as you don't stop, you'll win. You only fail if you stop.
And I'm going to add this, and be good.
For sure.
Because obviously that cheesecake must have been saying something. When you're like, hey, I'm a bartender, try my cheesecake. They're like, this is amazing. And so again, I think and we've seen this on Marketplace, the product has to be great. And I think that's why I'm so excited about you, because again, back to your upbringing, being in music, you guys are amazing. And so this is just an extension of all the things that you're doing, my friend.
Thank you.
Now, do you have a favorite flavor?
That's hard to say.
Are they like babies?
They are.
Are these the little cake babies you have?
So unfortunately, I have several favorites up here, but my absolute favorite is not. I actually do fried cheesecakes as well.
Okay.
That would be the favorite
Wow.
one, because we take a cheesecake, we dip it in funnel cake batter, we fry it, and then it's topped with salted bourbon caramel.
Wow. Okay, so how can people reach you?
So we got hiatuscheesecake.com and then Hiatus Cheesecake on all social media platforms.